Most of the time you hear this saying that men are scared of marriage. But that is not really true. Men are not scared of marriage. What they are scared of is divorce. There's a statistics that say that over 69% of divorce were filed by women. And whereas men only file divorce at 31%. What does this say? This say that women naturally file for more divorce. So in this video, we would like to dive deeper as to why more women file for divorce today. I mean, what are the reasons? Number one, women have embraced feminism. Unlike in the far back years, women were traditional. They knew their roles in the society, they knew their roles in the family, they knew what was expected of them. And as at then also, women prioritized family, raising children that will be passed on to the next generation. But it has changed today. As the old saying, men sacrifice their happiness for their family, and women sacrifice their family for their happiness. Women are now going into the age of, I can do everything by myself. I mean, there are jobs that women can do now that could make them rich. So feminism has given women the edge that they don't need men, they don't need to get married, they don't need to have children. Two, no-fault divorce has given women the upper hand. You know, before no-fault divorce came, women would have to justify why they were asking for divorce. But when no-fault divorce came, it was the one pillar that many women have used to amass big wealth today. I mean, that is why prenup is now a big thing for celebrities and high value. Three, hypergamy. Now, what is hypergamy? I'm not going to say it in a formal explanatory way, but hypergamy is simply when a woman thinks that because of who she is, the fact that she's a woman, and let's say she's even above average woman, she believes that due to the exposure she has, internet, and there are different social media apps, she has the opportunity to meet more men, which means her option is wider. And to this fact, she therefore decides not to date the average man. So hypergamy is another advantage as to why women are filing for divorce. The average woman would see a guy making 200K yearly, 400K yearly, and she's like, okay, let me settle down with this guy. I think this is the best I've seen so far. And this is after looking at or dating different guys based on the incomes they earn. She marries this guy, and a few years after, because she has not left the Instagram market, as I usually say, she got involved in a kind of relationship where one of these celebrities begins to chat her up, and from there they develop a bond. From there, a relationship started. At some point, she begins to feel that she has settled for less, and therefore, if this Instagram celebrity or then high value man is chatting her up, you know, trying to start a relationship with her, that means she's valued more. That means she chose wrong, and for that reason, she could simply divorce her current husband so as to be in a relationship with this man. And this is what we call hypergamy. 4, modern women get bored easily. The average man, you know, meets a girl, doesn't even care how much she earns, decides that, okay, this girl is okay. I think I can, I mean, we are not perfect. I can get married and just call it a day, so to say. And it proposes, get married, and that's it. And the man is simply okay with this. But this is not the same for modern women. Once you get married to a modern woman, there must be some set of climax that she must experience. If it's not day to day, it has to be weekly. If it's not weekly, it has to be monthly. And as time goes by, once this type of pleasure is not giving or making her get to climax, then she begins to feel that she's bored. We begin to hear things like, I'm not feeling this relationship the way it used to. I think you're just bored of me. I think this marriage is over. And for that reason, she would file for divorce, hoping to see a better man, not knowing that the circle is the same. And once you get married to this same man, then she begins to see that same traits. The man, tries to impress her, then there's a climax, and there begins to be a drop because he has gotten married to her. And after this, what's the next thing? The next thing is for him to face his regular day activities, which is to go into work, coming back home and everything. The reason why modern women get bored again is the exposure to the internet. When they go on Instagram, see different people, celebrities going on vacation, trying different restaurants, and they just go to work, come back home, fend for the family. They see their life as being bored. For that reason, they file for divorce. 5 is sexual freedom. Normally, if a woman is having body count in today's day and age, it shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 before she meets you. And this is the highest. But most men meet women that has had body count of up to 15, 16, and they decide to settle down with this kind of women. As time goes by, these men try to please this kind of women sexually by, maybe on a regular day, he will just try 1 round, 2 rounds. But because of the kind of woman he has married, and because it takes time to sexually please her, he might need to go 3 rounds, 4 rounds just to make sure she's sexually pleased. And at some point, he begins to notice that he cannot continue at that pace. So therefore, he goes back to his normal way of, pleasing his wife. Now, this normal way is not the normal way for his wife. And for that reason, she needs to go get some D elsewhere. The fact that women of nowadays want sexual freedom is another reason why most women file for divorce. Except, of course, they are in an open marriage that allows them to, stay married and still sleep around with different guys to get maximum sexual pleasure. Wrapping up, divorce in general is a big deal, especially to men, because of what has been invested. There's time that has been invested, there's money, there is emotional investment. And men, rather than get married and all this investment go to waste, or rather than they getting married and they losing their properties or their assets, they would decide to continue to date. There are some men that are not even interested in dating. All they are just interested in is emptying their balls as at when necessary. So when they need to do this, they just go to, motels, they go to clubs and, do what they need to do and they get back home. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from this video. Like, share, subscribe. Drop a comment as well. Let me know your thoughts on this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.